Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and good morning. Thank you for joining us in this webinar today. Today, we'll speak about collaboration inside the engineering ecosystem, how to collaborate everything together. So, we do believe actually that we are missing a lot of capabilities in collaboration. And today, collaboration is very important, especially inside the engineering system, and how to communicate with the other departments. In today's webinar, we do have a very special guest as a presenter. His name is Mohammed Husni. He's a lead application engineer from CAD/CAM SIEM, or authorized reseller in the area. And today with Mohammed Husni, we will get to handle all the aspect about the collaboration inside the engineering ecosystem. So let's hand the stage to Husni.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Martaz, very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your time today and for joining us. There's a lot of information we wanted to present in our webinar today about the engineering ecosystem. So we will try our best to get it done in under 30 minutes. So let's get started. So mainly, ecosystem is built to improve businesses and businesses outcomes like streamlined communication, support digital continuity, expansion into new markets, and reducing cycle times, and finally accelerating decisions, which by the end of the day, for the whole concept, is to increase company profitability. SolidWorks did not only focus on creating great products, but also invested significant time understanding and nutrition engineering and product ecosystems. That's why in 2018, we introduced SolidWorks Manage. SolidWorks Manage is an item-based data management that uses the capabilities of SolidWorks solutions. And mainly when we talk about SolidWorks Manage, we call all of these items as records. So SolidWorks Manage, in conjunction with SolidWorks BDM, can work in harmony. So SolidWorks Manage is not replacing SolidWorks BDM for BDM users everywhere. So simply, Manage is added on top of BDM as a management solution. And also, it's not only a connection between product data management, it's also connection with ERP and MRP systems. So if you have Manage, you can connect with all of these solutions. So SolidWorks Manage consists of 5 main pillars: bill of material management, file management, project management, process management, and finally dashboards and reports. So all of these makes a very solid foundation for project management for any company. So let's start with a book question in the beginning. So how do you manage your data right now? Do you use spreadsheets, or you do it manually, or you don't do any data management at all?
So we are expecting contribution from your side. Please participate in the poll. There is a small tab here that you may need to minimize your window to be able to select your answer. Again, the question is, what type of data management are you using today? Some of us may use spreadsheets, Excel files. Others, they are using just manual, different type of tools, let's say emails or whatever, sticky notes, or maybe none. You're just keeping the information somewhere. Okay. Okay, thank you for your participation. Please, you can continue now.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So when we talk about BOM management in the beginning, it's a very challenging topic because in SolidWorks we know how to manage our engineering bill of material, but for many companies we have many items that are not modeled in CAD, and regardless of the fact that BDM is a great tool of keeping track of your CAD files and your engineering bill of material, it will not be able to handle non-CAD items. So, for example, if we are talking about things like glue or spare parts or packaging or even documentation, all of these items needed to be accounted for to be added to the manufacturing bill of material. And also we need to make sure that we have the overall quantities when customer also order multiple units. So many manufacturers will use other tools like Microsoft Excel or ERP tools to supplement the engineering bill of material to create manufacturing or shipping bill of material, which accounts for all items needed to be ordered. This is a fracture that can be messy and easily result in loss of data or specs because we are using multiple silos of information. In this case, this in action. So in here, for example, I'm just going to show you what we mean by bill of material view in SolidWorks Manage. In this case, I have BOM in SolidWorks Manage, and I need to add an uncad item into this BOM. It can be anything. It can be spec or it can be a also, it can be done easily by pushing this as a task. So when we need to use another approach in this case, we can create a task to add non-CAD item or add more specification to the manufacturing bill of material. We have been speaking about tasks and how we can create different variants of tasks inside SolidWorks Manage. So I have here a CAD model that shows a car seat, and within that design, I did not create a seat belt. So we also didn't create jigs that will be needed for manufacturing. So we can add all these information and all these items into an engineering bill of material. Also, we can add an instruction type of documents that need to be added to the overall assembly as well. So this will be helping the manufacturing guys to achieve the best results without having multiple silos of information, bill of material from SolidWorks and spreadsheet or information from ERP system. And within SolidWorks bill of material management, which is the beauty of this tool, you can easily compare between different types of bill of materials. So you can compare the bill of material from your CAD system, and you can compare the engineering bill of material or manufacturing bill of material. So bill of materials and records allow us to work within non-CAD data and CAD data right next to each other. We can still add them to product bill of material, create bill of material variants, and generally work with both CAD and non-CAD items at the same time. And with the tight integration of SolidWorks Manage and SolidWorks BDM, all of your data will be in one place, whether represented by a CAD model, document, or even database-only items. SolidWorks Manage provides a much smarter manufacturing approach that leverages a centralized system to use and create and edit and finally compare bill of materials of various stages of your manufacturing processes. So the next pillar of SolidWorks Manage is file management. And file management faces a lot of challenges in this case. So connecting data to other systems like Microsoft Project or Microsoft Office, and providing an easy-to-use system that users won't avoid, and finding files quickly, and finally providing the right version to the right people and at the right time. That's why SOLIDWORKS File Management Solution offer a range of application with capabilities for quickly and efficiently managing data files and documentation to maximize productivity and improve, by the end of the day, product quality. So let's take another poll question. So do you face any of these challenges? Are you having multiple silos of information? Are you using multiple applications to make sure that you are managing your files correctly?
So let's wait a couple of seconds. Okay. Okay, thank you for your participation.
Okay. So another one of the great features of SOLIDWORKS Manage is the capability of file management that is powered by SOLIDWORKS BDM Professional. This provides existing BDM Professional customers with a simple non-migration path to a distributed data management environment. Global file management capability, along with the application integrations to other SOLIDWORKS products or third-party tools, are leveraged by SOLIDWORKS Manage. BDM File Vault is part of SOLIDWORKS Manage interface and quick searching and filter tools. And even you can check in or out files within SOLIDWORKS Manage interface. Running BDM Professional templates is also available, and SOLIDWORKS Manage provides an easy way to navigate right to the local cache. Through real-time bi-directional connection, SOLIDWORKS Manage information and actions are available right inside the file vault, so users can easily work effectively in either interfaces. So reference to other files or records and any current or user related to this file will be also available. Actions are available from the context menu to create new users or tasks. SOLIDWORKS BDM workflow can also be configured to send files into process via a state change. And in SOLIDWORKS, there is a task pane added in that provides quick access to the file vault via a built-in search tool. So finally, SOLIDWORKS Manage provide a complete set of advanced data and file management capability to power businesses, small or large, which enable you to minimize error and duplicate data entry. We will minimize it as well. And finally, reducing risk, which is a great deal in big companies. So we needed to enhance certainty as much as we can. And finally, enable design reuse, which is by default is added value of SOLIDWORKS BDM Professional. And finally, this will lead you to faster return on investment, having everything in one silo and in one place. So from file management to the project management. Today, managing project typically involves multiple disconnected tools such as email, Excel, and Microsoft Project. They are all good tools. I'm using most of them on a daily basis, but it's not connected to CAD or engineering data. So the idea here is to take our engineering CAD data or SOLIDWORKS files and the non-CAD data and these tools that are just kind of ideas like timeline and Gantt charts. All of these together are in one place. Timelines are broken into required tasks. As people complete tasks, it's fill out the timeline. And tasks are broken down to records through documents that we can have a reference document, in this case, to be assigned to a specific personnel. So after reviewing my dashboard, I will go straight to projects. From my list of projects, I can get a deeper understanding of the progress status of each. And I can quickly review project details through the preview tab at the bottom. Projects also act as a container to pull together all supporting and related information. For example, Gantt chart be created by tasks that have key stages, and this is defined by the template and the milestones as well. And we call this NBI process, which is new product introduction process. Once created, timelines can easily modified with a simple drag and drop. Also, assigned resources and tasks are visible in the same area. For the design, we have determined additional testing is required in this case. So let's add a few nodes to the task, and we can easily allocate any of the participants and also book a specific number of hours to this task. But because SOLIDWORKS Manage is an extension of SOLIDWORKS VDM, it's now easy to attach both documents and connected to SOLIDWORKS files or SOLIDWORKS engineering information. And finally, we will assign appropriate resource to this task, and we are done. To track the status of our projects, project stages can be modified by updating the percentage complete on the stage, or can be driven by your team through the use of timesheets. Your team can select the project task they are working on and log time directly against it. This provides a powerful way of getting an actual value for time spent compared to estimate times, and ensure you have visibility to whether a product is still on track of delivery or not. The project management tool in SOLIDWORKS Manage added features like stage gates, timelines, milestones, and Gantt charts. We can view resources utilization, include user tasks, assign tasks and timesheets to track progress on a project. This is a great time and effort saving instead of handling multiple platforms at the same time. And the next pillar is process management. I think the whole idea, it makes sense. So we begin by bill of material management. To the next stage, we began to manage our files. Then the bigger pillar in this case will be project management, and the project management is broken down into simple processes. So if you are coming from BDM system, you will be familiar with workflows. Workflows have been really a powerful tool for BDM customers, but a fundamental requirement for workflow in SOLIDWORKS BDM is a document. We cannot push anything but documents inside SOLIDWORKS BDM workflows. But in this case, we have found a workaround by forcing a document, whether it's a Word document, Excel, or even XML file, to be traveling to represent the idea of change. But the process management tool is similar to the workflow in BDM, with the difference of pushing items to the workflow or records to a workflow. It's not only files. So another poll question, and this is the final one. So how do you manage your processes right now? Is it automatically, or you are doing this manually?
Okay, thank you for participating in the poll.
Okay, and I believe most of the attendees are raising their hands as, or raising the flag that manual process management is done at the time being. And it's one of the most frustrating ways of dealing of large amounts of information. And if we can have an automatic process in this case, it will be much, much easier. So data management system like SOLIDWORKS PDM have electronic workflow capability, which are mainly focused on document approval and engineering change. But many companies have more complex needs like ECR or ECO that may require on-spot approval, user tasks, or even external participants. These processes, whether simple or complex, are key to enforce company standards and compliance needs. With a powerful process management capability in SOLIDWORKS PDM, you can automate critical workflows to minimize error and streamline approval. Individual processes are stored as database records, and only authorized participants have access to them. Affected items, documents, and CAD files can be attached to the process, and tasks can be created automatically. If we took specific insight into the progress, we can view it visually, so you can know exactly where you are in the process. A workflow can be designed as a set of related activities that form a full business process. Activities are added using the drag and drop process designer and can be connected to defined path through the organization. And individual stages can be configured with users, notifications, conditions, or tasks that are automatically triggered when your stage is started or finished. To make it easy, I will launch the new change process directly from the part in BDM. My change process requires a specific input from the creator to make sure nothing is getting missed. Tasks are everywhere in SOLIDWORKS Manage, including processes, and to make sure everything gets finished on time, I will create a new task and assign it to one of the engineers. I will explain exactly what I need to be done and even block out specific hours that I'm expecting. SOLIDWORKS Manage remind users through tasks list. When user logs in, he will immediately see how to do he will be immediately able to figure out his to-do list. So they even can display it in a calendar like we do in Outlook items. So finally, with the process management capabilities in SOLIDWORKS Manage, we can streamline your businesses, automate tasks and document creation, and bring together all involved stakeholders from sales and marketing to production and support. And this is the whole idea of having one system, of having one silo of information, which leads us by the end of the day to the fourth industry revolution. By the end of the day, nothing of all these pillars would make any sense if we have no easy to use tool to visualize all of these information in one place. So that's why we need dashboards and reports to be able to look at a snapshot of time and over trends of specific information over time, which is the difference between dashboard and report. We can create interactive graphic dashboards to display information, and we can configure reports that we can either run through a process as soon as the project gets to a certain phase. So today's digital environment, it's easier than ever to create vast amount of data, but tracking of huge amount of data can be challenging. SOLIDWORKS Manage provides a comprehensive easy to use tool that keeps track of documents, business processes, projects, and tasks, thus eliminating the need to use separate disconnected tools and silos of data. To gain insight into all of the data, SOLIDWORKS Manage provides fully customized dashboard to visualize critical information in an easy-to-consume format for better decision-making. Dashboards can be built using grids, gauges, charts, and more to capture key information about what is happening in your department or business. These graphical elements reference to data in real time and provide instant access to key performance indicators. Dashboards are fully customizable and provide a wide variety of dashboard controls to display your data in real time. These controls reference the data fields stored in SOLIDWORKS Manage and can be built as easy as dragging and dropping. Each field will be formatted to achieve the required visual results. With SOLIDWORKS Manage and its tight integration into SOLIDWORKS BDM, it's easy to keep track of your CAD files, documents, projects, processes, and tasks. But there is little point in storing all of this data if we cannot analyze it or display it in a simple to understand form. So with more and more this interconnected data, we saw that SOLIDWORKS BDM, and now we are adding a new layer over it, which is SOLIDWORKS Manage, is giving us a huge possibility to not only store data in one place, but to understand the meaning of data, to understand the trends that our information is following through a specific time. And as we saw, SOLIDWORKS Manage handled this by using dashboards and reports. Whether you are looking for information on project timesheet, bill of material, or even if you're handling data stored outside of VDM like separate SQL database. And all of these will enable us to create really rich dashboards and reports to display. So now we finalized all of the main pillars we talked about. So let's recap. We talked about from the beginning about bill of material management, file management, project management, process management, which is the four main pillars that users will be using to add data and contribute to the system. And finally, we have dashboards and reports that will be accessed by specific personnel to visualize what this data is meaning, how many items are we doing, what is the status of a specific project, and what is the percentage of completion of a specific project. So this is the overall idea of managing your data. So if you have any questions, please raise your hands or add the question into the question area, and we will be here. And if you needed any more information, all of our contacts will be with you. You can send us an email.
Thank you so much, Hosni. I think it was a very informative session. The goal from this session is just to give you an overview of how to collaborate and communicate, manage the data. And really, it was great. Please remember that if you're still using manual system, to consider just some integrated system, or even if you are not using integrated system, think about how can you communicate with both of the systems together or multiple systems together. And nothing to be better but to use one platform from the same vendor. So thank you, Hosni, again. I think we are reaching the end of our time today. We are exact in time. So thank you for the attendees as well. And please join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Dubai time for Tuesday webinar with SOLIDWORKS. Thank you so much. Have a great day, all of you.
Thank you.